In this video I'm going to show you how you can keep basil growing through the winter. Currently we've got about 7 hours of light a day and it'll go down to 6 in December. At the moment it's November the 7th and we've all done this. You go into a supermarket, you buy one of these, put it on a window ledge, you take a few bits off and then it starts to go, and within about a week it's pretty much finished. What I want to do is prolong that, go over the winter months just on this one basil. What you'll notice is, if you have a look at the basil, it's beautiful and fresh, and it's obviously they'll have grown these indoors with lights, and what you'll notice is the whole thing is crammed with basil plants. If you're looking for one of these, I would suggest that you try and find it where it's got some small basil shoots inside. So obviously you've got these, but there'll also be small basil. If there are, you'll pop those on and then probably pop them on again. And it means that they, as these get older, you've got the new ones coming through. One of the key things is you do need to have grow lights. I got this one from Amazon. I'm not sponsored by it. I bought it with my own money and it cost £19.99, and it's excellent for this sort of thing. It's the full range of light as well. You can use it for bringing seedlings on, to flowering plants and plants that bear fruit. So it's got a switch here. You get 6 hours, 12 hours and 16 hours. It works as a timer from the point you switch it on. So you need to sync it up to the time that you want it to go off and on. I always like plants to have a period of darkness. So at the moment, if I was to put this on 16 hours, I would need to switch it on at 8 in the morning, and then it'll run through till about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, the next morning, and then it'll go off. Then there'll be a period of darkness. It's got, I think, about 5 different levels of light intensity. I just keep it on 1, so this will start dimming. But this time of winter I just put it on full. And of course you can change which sort of lighting you want. But again, I just keep it on all of the lights. It seems to do well for basil. The other thing I like about it is you've got a clip, so you can clip it onto something. I can clip it onto that, and then you can alter these. The other thing I like is because there's 2 of them, you can put them on either side, so the plant's in the middle, and so you get a better spread of light. Other things you need are, I use liquid seaweed. I use that, the concentration of it, I tend to mix it into water so it looks the colour of straw, a very light colour, and I'll give them this feed either once a week or maybe every 2 weeks, depending on how things are going. There's no hard and fast rule. You don't want to give them too much and you don't want to give them too little. You tend to start using that about a month after you've potted them up, because they'll have used all the nutrients out of the compost. I just use general compost. There's nothing special about it. It's whatever I can get my hands on, and pot them up. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this apart, take the bag off. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is give them a little bit of water. The compost is already damp, but you just want that to sit, leave it for a bit, let the roots soak the water up. So you need to leave that for about half an hour. Now the roots have soaked the water up. Now we have to take the plant out of the pot. Usually you just give it a shake like that, it should come out easy. There you go, there's the root ball. It's a big thick root ball because of the amount of plants that are in there. So now, there's no easy way of doing this really, you've just got to use your hands and just pull it apart. You're trying to keep as much root on each plant as possible. Give it a little shake. And you're teasing the roots out like that. There you go. Okay, so I've found a small one, which I really want. There's a couple of small plants here. That one nice and small. And there's one that's very small, which I really want to keep. Unfortunately, this big plant is next to it, so it's difficult to pull it away. Everything's split up. Next phase is to pot them all up. Start with small pots for the little ones I've got up to that size and maybe bigger. So really with the small plants, such as that size, into the pot with a little bit of compost in the bottom, into the pot like that. And just soil around it. Firm it in. Like so. Firm it in, and you can give it a tap because you want all the soil around the roots. And what I'll do is water that, and I'll continue with the rest of them. That's it all potted up, and I've actually got 38 plants, so I've potted absolutely everything up. The first week, some aren't going to make it because of the amount of root that they don't have. That's the amount of root that's obviously not on the plants now, so there will be some that won't make it. The next stage is to take a basil like that one there. What that needs now is, what you'll see are these, this is where the next leaves will grow from. What I need to do is cut that piece off, like that. And obviously I'll use that basil, but that gives the plant a better chance of growing. It's got less leaf and it'll start making root. So some of the ones that are long, these are okay, the small ones, but the bigger ones, they'll need trimming, and of course I can use that basil straight away. Some I'm not going to trim because otherwise I'm going to end up with too much basil. So I'll leave some that I know have got a good root ball on them and hope that they'll get through. That's all the plants trimmed. Now I'm going to water them in, and then they need to go in a warm room. You need to be around about 22 degrees, well, basically as warm as you can have it with basil. And I'll set the grow lights up and see how they go.